Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Newport Board of Education meeting. May I have a roll call, please?
Ramona Malone.
Here.
Sylvia Bennington.
Here.
Tim Carl.
Here.
And David.
Here.
Bobby Sutton. Here.
Right, if you all would join me in pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Now we'll have a moment of reflection. Right. First on the agenda is recognitions. Mr. Atkins?
Yes. We'll begin with the primary school, Ms. Hayden. Come on down.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can I get Emmy Adams up here, please? So this is Emmy Adams. She's a second grader at Newport Primary School. We've had the absolute pleasure of seeing her grow and learn since kindergarten. Her teacher said she's just a schoolgirl. She loves to learn, and she tries her best every single day that she's there. She not only listens to directions the first time, but she's very happy to help friends and student knowledge. She's very observant and very positive. She makes great connections to literature by asking great questions, making insightful inferences. Her strong critical thinking skills show as she works during math, and he is such a joy to teach and such a great representative for Newport schools. To the floor, please. Rosie. She is in her fourth year at Newport Primary School, where she serves her preschool students with dedication and heart. She came to Newport Primary School with nearly 2 decades of experience working with the community's youngest learners. Started right out of high school with early child care, and moved into the Head Start for a number of years. The experience is evident in everything that she does at Newport Primary School. This year, Rosie has taken a leadership role in collaborating with Head Start, ensuring that students' academic and behavioral needs are met by serving as a resource and a liaison between our preschool program and Head Start program. She is incredibly flexible, always willing to step in where needed, whether it's preschool or K-2. And families consistently rave about her dedication and genuine support she provides with their children and their families. We are very grateful for Rosie's commitment and glad she finally jumped on board with Newport School. They got her here.
Next, the intermediate school, Dr. Watson.
All right, so my 9 appointment speakers. One coaches basketball and one is 6. So our student of the month is Miss Raven Gibson, a 3rd grader at Newport Intermediate. I'm going to read what her teacher wrote about her. Ms. Wilson said that as a class, we decided that Reagan should be nominated for Student of the Month. Reagan is an outstanding student that always shows wildcat pride. Reagan comes to school eager to learn every single day. She excels in all content areas, and she is always ready and willing to help other students. She goes above and beyond, inside and outside of school. Reagan deserves to be Student of the Year. We're thankful that Reagan is in our class. So that's what her peers have to say. teacher of the month is Miss Sydney Osegi. She's our PE teacher. And she was nominated by her peers, and this is what they had to say about her. I would like to nominate Ms. Osegi for Staff Member of the Month because of her outstanding dedication, positive attitude, and unwavering commitment to our team's success. She consistently goes above and beyond in her daily responsibilities, offering support to colleagues, creating a welcoming environment, and ensuring that students' needs are always met with care and professionalism. Her reliability and work ethic set a strong example for others, and her genuine kindness helps strengthen our school community. Ms. Osegi truly embodies what it means to be an exceptional team member, and I believe she is highly deserving of this recognition.
Also, like Dr. Watkins, my student could not be here. He's on the basketball team, and they're at Ryle tonight. So our student of the month is senior Caden Davis. His teachers say he is an excellent student that is involved in many extracurricular activities and is always engaged in class. He is literally the most fun student that I have in my class, and everyone laughing. It's very welcoming and makes sure that everyone feels welcome and has a great time when he's around. He's willing to always jump in and help teachers and classmates, and is a pure joy to be around. Caden is an ideal student and a great asset for NHS. So Caden Davis was our student of the month. Our staff member who left with a 102 fever, I think it was today or yesterday, with Miss Andrea Wyatt. Ms. Wyatt is a brand new teacher to Newport. She is very dedicated in her job and pushes every student to do their best. She has an inspiring classroom for every student and does her best to connect with every student she sees, even if she doesn't have them in class. She always makes learning fun and engaging. She came to our school with no knowledge of our students, but still has worked tirelessly, good word, to make positive impacts on our students, whether she has them in class or not. She's overall a great teacher to everyone and a great friend to everyone at NHS. She has already built a reputation as a positive leader and a safe place for our students. And that was this one.
Next, I'd like to invite Ms. Hayden up to do her retirement, Ms. Carla Johnson. Ms. Hayden, come on down. And actually worked with Ms. Johnson at Newport Middle School for many years. I was first teaching 8th grade social studies.
We recognize and celebrate the truly meaningful career. While we have been fortunate to have Paula and our buddy for just 4 months, her impact extends far beyond that time. Over the course of nearly 30 years, she dedicated her entire career to Newport Independent Schools, serving students starting in elementary, middle school, and high school. For many years, she taught reading intervention, helping countless children unlock one of life's most essential skills, the ability to read. Spending an entire career, or doing an entire career in one district speaks volumes about her commitment, loyalty, and deep belief in the students and the community we serve. Her work has quietly but powerfully shaped the lives of so many learners, and that legacy will continue long after her retirement. We thank her for her dedication, her passion, and the lasting difference she's made for her students.
All right. Mr.
Yes, so next we have the Campbell County Adult Education. I believe they might change names I'm soon, right? So, Mr. Stephen Schreck and his team is here to present about the program.
Thank you.
Mr. Welcome.
I got it written down so you know there's an end. Well, it's an honor to be before you all tonight. Some of you may recognize me as tagging along beside our former director, Nicole Braun, for the last few years. Her retirement in the spring marked the conclusion of an inspirational career spanning decades of public service through adult education. Over the course of that time, Nicole had to navigate many changes in the landscape of adult education. Some of them I was present for, like when we had to fundamentally shift our approach to teaching GED preparation in 2014, when the GED test itself underwent a similarly dramatic change. I am forever grateful for Nicole's belief in me and for the countless ways that she has mentored me over the years. So I stand before you now as a first-year program director, and I'm thrilled to share with you tonight some of what my incredible team has accomplished in the first half of the school year. You may have already noticed on the screen the smiling faces of our graduation class of 2025. It was just last Monday that Grace Fellowship Church in Fort Thomas hosted our annual graduation event for the fourth year in a row. Those beautiful photographs were captured by an individual who has volunteered his time and talent to our graduation ceremony for 3 years now. And some of you in the room were able to witness firsthand the inspirational speeches delivered by 5 of our GED graduates. And just to note, we do have these photos on our Facebook account and a video of one of those speeches. So if you want some extra inspiration, check that out. It's pretty cool. So far this year, as far as numbers go, so far this year, I'm pleased to present that we are meeting or exceeding all of our Kentucky state goals. As of today, we are at 151% of our enrollment goal, sort of the pace for it. And we are at 258% of our measurable skill gain goal, as far as the pace. And yes, that is nearly triple the goal. And we are exactly on pace to meet our GED goal for the year. Furthermore, for the 5th year in a row, our adult education program was a top-ranked program in the state of Kentucky. In October, I had the honor of receiving a Program of Excellence award from none other than the First Lady of Kentucky, Brittany Bashir. And during my acceptance speech, I noted that the demand for adult education is alive and well, considering that at that point in October, we had already enrolled more students than at that time than the goal for the entire year. So a couple of final remarks. You may have noticed that I haven't been using our full name so far when referring to us and the Campbell County Adult Education, and that's for a reason. It's because it's no longer our name. I am proud to announce that our new program name is Newport Adult Education. And on the screen here, you can see our website that we are using Newport colors, Newport fonts, and the Newport Independent Schools logo right next to Teen Kentucky. We are Newport through and through, and our name reflects how proud we are to be a part of Newport Independent Schools. So to wrap up, I encourage you all to remember that adult education services is, unfortunately, it's not a given. And if you value this public service, please feel free to spread the word that you do. I am grateful for our community partners in Newport, who together have contributed an increase of 84% of funding for Newport adult education for the current year, which has been instrumental because that has been in the face of our core federal grant being cut by 50%. So our local partners are stepping up in a big way. And we are also in the midst of an administration in Washington that I think kind of fails to understand the importance of adult education. After all, who is there to help prepare the workforce they so value, if not the teachers of public adult education? So I am taking it upon myself to advocate for the future and longevity of adult education, and I urge you to do the same if you feel so inclined. I'm helping Kentucky adult education in Frankfurt explore workforce development spaces that are primed for our services for expanding. I am privileged to have been on the phone last week with a policy influencer to advocate for adult education being an integral part to a new workforce Pell Grant that is going to be coming in 2026. And I'm grateful to be in consideration to represent Kentucky for COA for 2026, which is the National Coalition for Adult Education Advocacy. But at the end of the day, these things mean nothing without the basics. You, the board, who've had our back for decades now and have supported us and have allowed us to make 30 West Lake Street our home for so many years now. And my teachers who are on the front line, two of which are here tonight, Andrea and Nathan, who are the ones that are working with our students face to face. And of course, it would mean nothing without the students themselves, who truly grace us with their inspirational journeys and allow us to participate in them. So, thank you for this invitation to address you all this evening.
Who does the education service? Who is available to attend this school?
Oh, thank you for asking. Anyone who lives in Kentucky or works in Kentucky is eligible to receive our services, or to come to work with us for free. So I've referenced GED preparation, but we help adults who are preparing for the workforce, who are preparing to go into college. If you feel like you want to take that next step forward, we can help you along the way. And, you know, especially for anyone going into post-secondary, if it's been a while since you've been in those math classes, rather than pay at a college to have classes that won't count towards your degree down the line, then you can always come to us. We can help you prepare for those for free. So, and one last thing, thanks to our administration down in Frankfurt, the Bashir administration, they've been a fantastic advocate and a partner for adult education. All of the GED testing is entirely free, and it has been now for some time. I think maybe 3 or 4 years, and it's continuing to be that way. So when our students come in who are taking their test and they're like, "Thank you so much, this is amazing, thank you so much." So it's hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, I remind them I'm thankful for our administration, our support in Frankfurt to be able to do that for them. So thank you for asking.
Thank you. And again, I just want to make sure that people know, even though it's housed in Newport, it's not only in Newport. That's to share. Services. All right. Let's see, next on our agenda is Tori Watkins, our 21st Century Site Coordinator at Newport High School.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tori Watkins. I am a proud alumni of Newport School. And I am the 21st Century Site Coordinator at Newport High School. I've been a site coordinator in the district for 7 years, and I've served at all grade schools. Primary, 2 at the intermediate, and I'm currently in my 4th year at Newport High School. The handout that you're being given is a list of all of our extracurricular activities that our students offer at Newport High School. Of those activities, 21st Century sponsors 9. Since our start date on September 2nd, we have served a total of 130 students. A few highlights that I want to point out about some of our after-school clubs. While these students have completed their winter service project with the Isaiah House, they also volunteered with the Fall Festival here at the Intermediate. Their weightlifting club got a late start this year, but they have consistently had 18 club members, which is very huge for after-school programming. Our Tea Time with Park was able to partner with the Roebling Bookstore, and when they do their quarterly field trips there, Roebling Book offers our club members $1 for their tea or coffee. Our cooking club, which is typically female dominant, has garnered more male participants this last month. Study tables is open to all students. We specifically target student athletes who are required to attend if they have at least 1 failing grade. I also work with our attendance clerk who requires students who are chronically tardy or who are court ordered to attend. And another highlight of my job, besides working with students, is also working with our parents. This last month, I was able to speak with a parent about a student. She had initially anticipated a negative phone call, and I let her know that, I'm not calling to say anything negative. I wanted to actually highlight how well behaved and how well mannered he was in our office, and how he was really pleasant to be around. And she said that the first positive phone call that she received about her son in his school journey. So I thought that was really awesome. Looking forward, when it comes to the recruitment, I've worked with Donovan Apartment on what he heard his peers say that our students were needing and wanting in after-school programming. We were able to brainstorm ideas. One of the issues is that our students have a lot of things offered. They're also at the age where they can work and babysit. So a lot of times they can't commit to long-time club memberships. So we decided to come with pop-up sessions, which are one-time sessions that students can attend. Learning new skill from the community partner. This ranges from anywhere from learning how to tie ties to learning how to fill out a W-2. This will start on the second half of the school year. Another one of my major highlights for the second half of our school year is introducing our cosmetology and barber clubs. This is through a program called Untology, and our students will be able to learn basic hair maintenance, styling techniques, and sanitation practices. They will not be working with chemicals such as hair dyes and burns. This is, strictly basic things. And at the conclusion of their club, they will earn a certificate of completion. Do you guys have any questions?
I think
Thank
it's
you.
great that you walk us so much.
I'm sorry.
I think it's great that you walk us so much.
Thank you. I will be in here.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm glad that you saw that there was a need and you thought outside the box. All right, well, now we will have a 10-minute break. We do have refreshments out there, so we will resume our board meeting at 7:05. Okay? Right, so.
Oh, it is.
Very good, very good. Great meetings so far, out there. Next on the agenda is comments from the audience. Did anyone sign up? Very good. Okay, let's move on. We have minutes from the November, let's see, 19th meeting. Anyone have any questions or comments or corrections for those minutes?
No, ma'am.
Need a motion to approve as presented. It's been moved in second, all in favor? Aye. All righty, next up is the treasurer's report. All right, Mrs. Snap.
Madam Chair, members of the board, I have a question that would like to have answered by my report. Do you have any other questions?
I don't feel.
No.
No.
And thank you. Yeah. Yes, you did. We appreciate it. We have the bank reconciliation statement and the monthly. We need to approve. We need to file the bank reconciliation for audit. And then we need to approve the payment of the invoices. So I need a motion to accept the bank reconciliation statement and file for audit and to pay the bills. All right, got that, moved in second, all in favor? Right. The other items here are for information only. Any questions regarding the documents that were attached by Mrs. Snap for us to review?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Next is student learning and support services. Mr. Atkins.
So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. So each month, I like to highlight the significant standards that we're working on. And this month, I want to highlight standard 2 on instructional leadership. And first, I want to say, just be really clear up front, this is the work of our entire team. This is not me. This is our entire district leadership team and their school leadership teams as well. Throughout November and December, our district and school leadership teams have invested significant time in developing a comprehensive district and school improvement plans. We have completed detailed needs assessments, taking an honest look at our current performance, our desired state, and what is the data we're doing about currently at. We've identified our highest priority needs, where do we need to focus our time, our attention, and our resources in order to have the greatest impact for our students. And this allows us to shape our goals, our objectives, our strategies, and activities that are in both our comprehensive district improvement plan and the school improvement plans. One of our goals this year was to be very intentional across really preschool through 12th grade so that we are aligned in all those plans so that the 3 schools are working on the same things, that we're not 3 separate schools, we're working on very similar plans. Okay, so there's a line across the district. Next, I'm going to review a few items that are listed under new business tonight. We have the second reading of the emergency medical treatment and grading policy. The emergency medical treatment policy places AEDs in our school buses. We've already had the first reading, the second reading tonight, and also the grading policy is the second reading, and that policy is in alignment with our current grading practices. Okay. Next, I'm requesting that we hire a part-time maintenance worker for the remainder of the school year. There's days throughout the school year when our maintenance workers, both of our maintenance workers are driving school buses, and we do not have someone in the district to where if there was a busted pipe or something of that nature, that we need someone here. Or, when we have a really big snowstorm, or someone is out sick, we might need someone an extra day. I have talked with SNAP, we've had a meeting, we've looked at our maintenance and facility budget. No money needs to be moved from anything, we already have that money within our budget. To fund that extra maintenance level, in part-time and 2 days a week. Okay. Next, number 8 in their new business is the agreement for us to purchase a new school bus. The board has already approved the purchasing of a bus at the previous meeting. So you've already approved the purchase of the bus. This is the paperwork for the bus purchase. I've already sent it to Mr. Volker, he's reviewed that for us. It did not have any concerns. I'd also like to mention that, we have a bus payment that's ending this year. So that payment is ending, and that's already in our budget to continue. So this will continue, this payment will pick up. That's already in the budget, this payment will pick, new payment will pick up.
So we won't have 2 bus payments with this.
This will be the one, yes. So essentially, one will end and one will begin, and it's already in the budget. Lastly, we have several surplus items listed that are no longer needed or they're not optional. And then the last thing, I have a celebration, Donovan, our student board member, he was recognized at NKU on the President's Honors List. So thank you. He's actually one of 3 Newport high school students on the President's Honors List. So high school students attending college classes on the President's List.
All right, very good. I have 3.
Yeah. Any questions on?
Right, next we have, Mrs. Langford, excellent report.
Chairman, members of the board. Questions, I just want to give more of a personal sharing with my meeting with TNTP as a reminder. For learning is ongoing throughout the year. I had a first meeting with them Friday, and it was there's a lot of promise and hope. I'm very excited. So we are meeting again this Friday to talk about our work in January. They will be here in person on January 5th, work with our administrative teams and also share purpose with our teachers. It's also a reminder, the full cost is reimbursable. I'll be submitting those reimbursement payments in the end of December if we get invoices for them. So I just wanted to put that reminder on there.
Any questions regarding our report? It is really a very good report.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Now, let me see, the CDIP. Let's see. I noticed the comments about the achievement gaps for subgroups.
Yes.
And in my cleaning, I ran across a CDIP from 2019. I'm grateful for the new format. It's more concise, is more measurement focused. And so I really appreciate that. But my question is, when it comes to the subgroup, what are we going to do differently?
So I never want to provide a different education to one student just because they're part of the subgroup. But what we can do is make sure that we have a stronger pulse on how they're doing. Again, make sure that when we analyze data, we analyze that data, and that so we can respond and react quickly. So we can make sure that every student, including students in every subgroup, are getting what they need to succeed across all tiers.
Okay, so that's what's different. There's going to be more of a focus, more of a cultivating, and
And this will be across schools. So Alex at Newport Intermediate, she's got that on her agenda, her admin meetings and her PLCs. It's an expectation.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am. We're all ready.
This will be, so, this is a 30, 60, 90 day.
EWC set run from January 1st to the end of here, and then from there, we will basically check. Some schools do 30, 60, 90, so at the end of 30 days, what progress have we made, where's our data at? So we'll create those kind of performance indicators and check in, measure progress.
So when will you provide the board?
Those are the next steps, we're kind of working on the 30, 60, 90.
Okay.
Right now, we interceded, which is due by the end of the month.
Okay.
And probably if we continue to improve the website, so that's the main thing, we get that done. And then we can start working on more of the 36.
Very good. Now, on our website, there was a time we used to have homework help, you know, where the parents could go to a link to find assistance. We don't have it.
I wasn't here when that was there.
Do you remember that, Leslie? There used to be a link, it might have been before your time.
I don't remember anything
The website has changed. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, one of the things, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, was it like a link to like live help from like Google Meet or like websites that can help parents?
Websites, so there were homework websites, link to our website, please click on there for if they need help guiding their child with math or science, you know, there were actual links on our webpage.
That's easily doable.
Yeah.
One of the things we have been building up with the switch to the new website, the rooms, is to encourage more two-way communication between the parents and the teachers. So the teachers are going to use the rooms, and we're hoping to build that so it just becomes what it is. But we've got a pretty good start. The teachers will, the parents can contact the teachers directly.
So, in the event that teachers are not available, because they're home this at school, I still would like us to consider adding links. That's
We can put anything up there, but boy.
yes, I mean, they
What they want to put up.
what sites would assist that is linked to our instructions? You know, what would help, you know, we're doing high quality instruction, so I'm sure we could find a website that is coincide with what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I just think that that would be a good service for our parents. So they could, you know, go to the website and click a link that can help me figure out how to do, you know, because how we teach math has changed in 20 years. So when parents are in school, the way they learn how to do math is the way we teach math problems today, am I right? You're right. So this is something I think our parents, you know, use our support here, just to kind of do that partnership.
Yeah, with the rooms, it's been, I think, a game changer, having everybody in the district on the same
Right.
communication piece. And I'm sure teachers at all the grades are doing it. But we have, where they have a question, they can be very, and a lot of our teachers are responding immediately, even though that is their own time. But something that we've been kind of dabbling with, and like one of our teachers is making little videos about, just like coming up. We don't borrow and carry and all, so some of the terminology that we grew up with, not the terminology we're using.
That's right.
So doing like little, the goal is to get the video, but the, little outline of how to break it down and even emailing it into the room so they can help them understand how teaching now. The room is, because they can communicate right away and have like how to things on it.
Okay.
As well.
So is that district-wide?
No
Is that saying it's rooms district-wide?
Yes.
school, intermediate, and you're seeing the activity in all three schools, and our parents are using it, they're aware of it.
I mean, at the intermediate, we sent home informational flyers at open house, parent teacher conferences, it's posted in our front lobby. I've shared it through email, we've sent it through our all-call system. I mean, if the parents don't know about it, it's not for a lack of effort.
So, but they're using, that is my question.
We're
Yeah.
yeah.
We're here. So are we tracking, so the teachers are putting the information in there, and it's showing that the parents are going in there and using it?
Yeah, I'll pull one up and I'll send it out to you. I don't know if I can call Matt and Gene, they gave me some statistics on it. I think we're around 40-50% engagement, and it's growing, and it's hoping as it's really take off at the primary school, when those kids move up, those parents, that's the way it is, so they're gonna, in turn, kind of put some demands on our teachers that they've been a little slower or don't use it as often to the point of this.
This is the way we're doing it.
And teachers, that's how we communicate, and it's great. It's good, you know,
It's working.
And I can comment, like, having all preschool through 12th grade, like, which I know that, to your point, like, not JoJo this and Remon and all different. So every year to year, like, the first, like, next year, the same time, it's just connected already. And if they don't, or if they're not taking advantage of all the features of the Newport app and the rooms, so when I send out messaging through email or text, whether they have the app or not, they're gonna get that message. And they can open it up, and they don't have that 2-way piece unless they're, you know, on their end. But again, you're gonna get it.
I'm an intermediate parent and I don't know. It might have been introduced to me. I'm not saying that I'm not religious, I'm on intermediate campus. Maybe it's just the teacher not communicating it, because I do get everything else to my phone, but I don't feel like I.
I'll share it. Have you downloaded the Newport app?
That's
We'll get you in there.
maybe it's just a me thing, I just wanted to. Because there may be other parents that doesn't know how to navigate. So maybe whatever be one of the videos.
One of the main highlighted on the big fun bar, it's right there. Kind of keep rolling stuff, keep regular attention.
By just saying connect, even if there's nothing needs to be specifically said.
Right.
This is how you.
Having tried, what is it called? Rooms, because I have the app, but I haven't paid.
Well,
I
Well,
think
we're
I
not sending to the student. Oh, you might.
have the app, and I think I did see that there were rules on there, but I didn't look at it.
Maybe just sit down and one message to everybody, hey, this is here, this is what you see you support, for those that don't know about.
Yeah, we send it out to the app.
It does for you.
And we send, like, I send it out in a voice, phone call, a text message, and an email to our entire school. Multiple times.
So, Russell,
And a Facebook.
yeah, I'll pull up the last, double check, it's supposed to, make sure I got it.
If we review it, every couple of weeks, actually.
So you have the data.
If it's okay with the board, Rusty can come back in January with some data.
Okay.
It's at the G groups meeting, and we can share percentage wise, and we can follow up a couple months from now and see where we're at and track, the increase in engagement. There's a how-to, it's a feature section.
Yes, right on our webpage, there's a how-to, and I send invites out periodically to everybody signed up, as long as we have their correct email address and the campus for the parent, they should get those invites. Sometimes that is switched. Email addresses.
And the district does have a Facebook page. We can
It might be worth making a video.
Obviously,
showing how
video.
we could probably do that with AI directions, and make the video.
Yeah, I think it needs to be linked to the videos directly from. The videos are already, I'm sorry.
We will need to recreate those when we're supposed to begin this.
Well, this was good conversation, thank you. So my map was out there. But, you know,
I think it would have a link on the website, my kids learn using wonders, and, you know, I want to see how they use one comprehension strategy to be able to look at things and have some information, we can still work on that too.
okay, very good. All right, well, that's good news. I'm glad our parents, and we have parents here who can attest that, you know, they're, so that's good. All right. All right, student learning and support services. Let's see, we are now on DBP. Julie,
Yes, I'm talking with your department. So before I go into the report, I just want to add to something that, Adam had mentioned, and you had asked about the achievement gap. There are various support staff members that are also working to close that achievement gap.
okay,
So looking at different barriers, it could be testing strategies, it could be, just, anxiety in general that sometimes students struggle with standardized tests. So some of the more, social emotional learning aspects of test taking, or even, the why behind why it's important to learn.
see, you read my mind. That's what I was looking for, why?
Yeah, so there are, support staff, whether it be the counselors, whether it be NSTEP, whether it be 21st century, FRCs and YSC, they're working towards that goal as well, but not through the academic traditional means. They're touching on it through other avenues, so they might have a small group that they're working with. There could be some more individualized services. Some of them are even exposing students to various things in the community. A prime example is last year, the start of this kind of happened with one of the counselors, worked with, sixth grade students in order for them to understand the why. They ended up analyzing the vocabulary and what, questions were asking, and then they had to go out into the community and actually interview, and then, present on that as well as, you know, professional dress and things like that. So the other piece of that is also, with our gap group, is finding people who look like them to be a part of it to help with the why. Because it makes a big difference when that statement is considered.
And that's what the data shows.
Yes, yes.
That's not my opinion.
Yep.
That's, and so when I ask what are we doing differently, that's what I want to hear, because if we don't get to the why and the cause of why we have to have these subgroups, we will never solve the issue. So we have to be, we cannot exist. But there are barriers, cultural barriers, language barriers, and they need to be, you know, and we all know you're doing the work, but we have to know you're doing the work. You know, we need the details because, as I often say, we're the ones that people in the public come at.
So for whatever reason, the way that everybody gets it isn't working, so we have to take it to the next level, and that's one of the levels that we're taking it to, and even breaking and dissecting things down into smaller segments to get the understanding of, you know, whether you're working with prefixes and suffixes, and here's the root word, this is what it means, but then also putting a reality spin on it, instead of it just being, oh, here we go, we're learning about reading again.
And I'm glad you're doing this social emotional, because I don't know who was having a conversation, but we were talking about people who do not test well. They get all nervous, and I shared a story of a young man I met who had a photographic memory. He was a C student in school because he panicked every time. So that affected his GPA, his test score.
Yes, yes. And so it also through that process is we take different assessments throughout the school year and explaining why each one of those are important. And unfortunately, sometimes some students don't see the relevance, so we have to end up through the school settings and some goal settings and things that are happening. That's their version of, okay, it's just not, because I have to do it, I need to take my time, I need to use my test taking strategies, all of those things. So the schools are working very heavily on that, as well as the academic pieces.
Yeah, one of the things you can do is find out what they want to do in the future, because there's a test involved there.
And that's,
They want to be a lawyer, they want to go into healthcare, they want to be a nurse, whatever.
so that is enhanced in all of our schools. Over the past couple of years, each school has done a little bit more as far as career interest and inventories and things like that. It starts all the way at the primary school and it moves all the way up. Even the amount of guest speakers that are coming into our schools to talk to our students about their profession, so they can see for real and ask questions and not just see it on a video or some other form of things. So we're really trying to enhance opportunities in our local community and within the greater Cincinnati area in order to see the big picture. Unfortunately, a lot of times, just as adults, students as well, their environment may be this big, but our world is this big.
Thank you. Yeah, she did a great job, didn't she?
So, at this time, do you have any questions about the DPP and student services report?
No, anybody? Thank you for that, insight and information.
No problem, thank you.
That's what we were at the conference, and we had. No, thank you. Okay, Director of Special Education, yes, I didn't have any questions. Very good. Next is old business. Nothing's there, new business. Any questions regarding the consent agenda items 1 through 9? If not, we need a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 9.
So moved.
It's been moved and second, all in favor? That's it. I need a motion to adjourn. Any more comments?
Yeah, I would just like to say that we see what you guys are doing in the school. So, not just from the board perspective, but parents, it really changes lives. So, thank you for everything that you do. Please bring your needs to us.
Anyone else?
I'd just like to say, I just want to say, we're in here, all of us are working hard to have our students get to the school by the time they're 18 years old. Well, we all know that that's not the case for a lot of people in our society. And so we have to work with all education to pick up that stuff. And some people's journeys take 62 years to get them instead of 18. And so we're all part of the same thing, and I just want to say thank you to the Newport Adult Education. There are a lot of people in our community who have benefited from that. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I just want to say, not helping the students get to know. So important. I was also glad to hear we're going to be working with all the students. We've got students that are in the middle, which is amazing.
Yes. That's right. Get them all that far.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Well, I agree with what my colleagues have said. We do appreciate all the hard work that we are seeing. We are hearing change from students and parents. We're hearing how well things are going in the school district, and those are the voices that we listen to. Those are our customers. students, you know, and so we do appreciate, and a lot of the questions that we ask, we want to be able to tell, before us get involved in daily operations. So this is our way of learning what's going on in the buildings daily, by having you all come and report to us what is going on in the building. And that does a really good job of keeping us informed. We all meet with him monthly, we have monthly meetings with him, and he pretty much keeps us informed. But this is an opportunity to showcase what our staff is doing and the hard work that we're doing. And the only way we're gonna get our story out there is that we tell it. And so we have to control the narrative, and this is one way that we do it. By letting them know that we're having conversations with our staff, you know, through the superintendent, we're being informed, we're kept informed. Our 21st century coordinator was here, they're doing a lot of good work, we're hearing about the great work they're doing, and it's geared towards student achievement. So everything we do is geared towards making sure our students are successful. And we appreciate the adult learning program, where our goal is to reduce the number of students that end up needing to get their GED. Am I right? So we appreciate the partnership, but we want to make Newport a place where all kids want to come. And that's our goal, and I think we're on our way. You agree? We're doing great work. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here and to work with you all. And Donovan, student representative, would you like something to say? Speechless. No, not yet.
Well, this Monday, the Proxy 13 is the region sportsmanship award. We haven't had a Proxy 13 for over 20 years, and we were the only small school represented there. There were schools like Connor, Cooper, Ryle, kind of there, but we were the only small school, and especially River City, we were the only school there.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Next time I'm gonna have you go to the mic so we can get that on. That's the news, and that's what we want to do. Student rep, on the board, and you're sharing things from the student perspective of what's going on. It's great. So thank you. If there's nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
If you move this second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.